So with yesterday's Malasauce update, we actually got a brand new raid, that being the Shamonkey raid. And while the boss is fairly simple, I still think some people would benefit from a guide, so I'm making it. And sorry for not making one for Cactor last week, I just really didn't think it was needed. But I'll make sure to do better on that in the future. Alright, let's get started. In the beginning of the raid, he will jump into the center of the field and then charge up an attack. When he's done charging up the attack, he will then place down 3 totems. These totems have a health bar and can be destroyed. But there's also a white bar underneath, and if that white bar is fully charged, it will do an explosion in the radius around it. I would advise not to waste time destroying them and instead attack the boss. Just make sure you steer clear of where the totem's explosion will be. One of his more annoying attacks is that he will jump back away from the players and start shooting green orbs at them. Try your best to avoid them because trust me, they hurt. The third attack happens all throughout the fight, where it will raise its staff, charge it, and then hit the ground, covering a short AoE radius around the boss. This is very easy to avoid. After you deal about a quarter of its health bar, it will then jump to the middle and recast its totems. Except this time it will spawn 4, not 3. But these totems are not explosive, instead they have a laser that will spin around in a circular motion. The boss will also have an aura that will suck you in and do damage, and the boss has a shield. Now this is where the important stuff starts. Now listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. Do not attack the totems. I'm gonna repeat it again. Do not attack the totems. While attacking them does nothing but destroy them, that's the issue. It does nothing. You simply need to ignore the lasers while attacking the boss's shield, because if you get rid of the boss's shield, not only does the boss get stunned, but all the totems disappear alongside it. And no, destroying the totems does not break the shield, which is why you don't want to make that mistake of attacking the totems instead of the shield, because it takes too much time to kill the totems and you will run out of time with the raids. Which is why my initial gameplay for the raid took so long, was because I was stupid and I attacked the totems, not the boss. There's also another attack that it does, but not as often, where it just simply does like a little blast of magic in front of it. It's a pretty short radius and I don't believe there's an indicator for it, so just be careful when you're getting super close. Now when the boss gets to about half health, it finally gets to its second form. Immediately upon exiting its transformation, it will then spawn 4 totems, but instead of being explosive totems, they're more like mortars. While the poison cannonballs they shoot out are slightly more threatening, it's still not really worth to attack them. Again, attack the boss. After you defeat the shield and stun it, it's now officially in its second phase. The first new move it gains is that it actually can spawn more totems, one of them being the purple totem. It can now also shoot a singular fireball, and it has another new attack where it can wind up its wand and then smack someone with it. But that's pretty much the boss fight. The only tip I can share regarding the season rule is that make an attempt to stay with your team. Randoms aren't always going to cooperate, so all you can do is make your best effort, especially in tier 5. But for this raid specifically, I do want to share a couple cookies I think are really good. The most obvious answer is Dark Choco along with Alchemist, because they're still broken. Now, allegedly, it's because there's a bug with the strike mechanic where the fewer number of hits you do with an attack, the more damage a strike does, or I guess it's vice versa, where the more attacks you do, the less damage it does. Whether this is true or not, I'm not sure, but as of right now, Dark Choco is still the best for the raid. I kid you not, as I'm getting ready to post this, they actually put out a maintenance notice for the elemental burst issues, which is crazy. Also, we're getting a free 3,000 crystals for that, not 1,000, free 3,000 crystals, so you know that's pretty cool. So with that considered, either build Chili Pepper or Lemon Zest for this raid, alongside Rockstar, obviously, as he provides his attack buff. Just behind them is actually going to be Chili Pepper and Malasauce Cookie. Because the raid is fire, they're naturally going to be really good, as Malasauce has fire resistant shred and Chili Pepper just does damage. Speaking of fire, Crush Pepper is also really good for casuals because his shield just does a better job at helping with the season rule than Chamomile can. But she's obviously still a really good option, as some heals are better than no heals, and she can definitely keep a team alive better than Rockstar. And finally, Lemon Zest along with Wizard Cookie, as light is the other element. I typically run Lemon Zest in raids because I hyper invested into mine and I like playing him. But if you are choosing to invest in someone for this raid, go with Dark Choco cocoa. If you need guides for any of these cookies, I have videos for all 3 roles on my page right now. But the Tower of Fields Discord server does update their guides whenever they discover new information, so if you're more into that, I'll leave the link in the description down below for you to check it out, along with my Discord server, which you should also join. And that's all I have for you. I hope you guys find this guide helpful, and if you did, a like and a subscribe would be very appreciated. And again, join my Discord server in the description, or don't. It doesn't matter. Oh, also, thank you for hitting 1.2k subs. That's very cool. Until next time. I didn't guess how that video length. Yeah, you guys get some bonus Lemon Zest gameplay. Woohoo! No real outro today.